The cod has no dramatic colors, no venom, no obvious weapons. It does not leap from the water or hunt in coordinated packs. And yet, few animals on Earth have shaped human history as profoundly as this quiet, cold-water fish. Long before modern nations formed, before maps were complete, before industrial machines touched the ocean, cod were already influencing where people lived, what they ate, and how entire economies functioned. Cod belonged to a lineage adapted to cold, nutrient-rich waters. Their evolutionary roots stretch back millions of years to a time when oceans were cooler and continental shelves teemed with life. These fish evolved bodies designed for endurance rather than speed, for efficiency rather than spectacle. Thick muscles, large livers rich in oils, and an ability to thrive in near-freezing temperatures allowed cod to dominate northern marine ecosystems. Their physical form reflects this history. Cod have elongated, sturdy bodies with a slightly flattened head and a prominent chin barbel, a sensory organ used to detect prey along the seafloor. Their coloration blends seamlessly with dim ocean environments, mottled greens and browns breaking up their outline against sand and rock. Tails are small and smooth, reducing drag as they move steadily through cold currents. Vision plays a role in cod behavior, but it is not their primary sense. In low-light environments, cod rely heavily on lateral line systems that detect vibrations and pressure changes in water. This allows them to sense schools of prey, approaching predators, and even distant disturbances. Their perception of the ocean is less visual and more tactile, a three-dimensional awareness shaped by movement and sound. Cod are opportunistic predators. They feed on smaller fish, crustaceans, mollusks, and whatever seasonal abundance provides. Their feeding strategy is not aggressive pursuit, but steady consumption. Cod patrol the ocean floor and mid-water zones, conserving energy, striking when opportunity arises. This efficiency allowed populations to grow to extraordinary numbers. Reproduction in cod is both simple and staggering. A single female can release millions of eggs during a spawning season. Fertilization occurs externally, and survival depends entirely on chance, currents, and timing. For centuries, this reproductive abundance masked the consequences of overexploitation. Humans believed cod to be inexhaustible. The ocean seemed infinite. It was not. Within marine ecosystems, cod function as regulators. They control populations of smaller fish and invertebrates, shaping food webs and maintaining balance. Remove cod, and prey species explode, triggering cascading effects that alter entire habitats. This role was invisible until it was lost. Human interaction with cod began quietly. Coastal communities harvested them using simple tools, drying and salting the meat for preservation. Cod's flesh, low in fat and high in protein, stored well and traveled far. This made it ideal for long voyages and trade. Over time, cod became currency, sustenance, and strategy. By the medieval period, cod fisheries fueled European expansion. Nations competed for access to fishing grounds. Entire cities grew around cod trade. The fish influenced exploration, colonization, and conflict. Cod did not just feed people, it enabled them to move, settle, and dominate. Industrialization transformed this relationship. Fishing vessels grew larger, technology more efficient. Sonar, trawlers, and refrigeration turned selective harvesting into extraction. Cod populations declined silently, numbers falling below thresholds needed for recovery. By the time collapse was visible, it was already complete. The Atlantic cod collapse of the late 20th century stands as one of the most dramatic failures in environmental management. Once dense populations vanished, fisheries closed, communities collapsed. The fish that built economies could no longer support them. Biologically, cod could not adapt quickly enough. Their life cycle, once a strength, became a weakness. Slow maturation meant populations could not rebound under continued pressure. Evolution does not negotiate with industry. Today, cod exist in fragmented populations. Some show signs of recovery. Others remain depleted. Conservation efforts focus on quotas, protected areas, and ecosystem-based management. The lesson is clear but costly. Intelligence in cod is understated but real. Studies show learning, memory, and spatial awareness. Cod remember migration routes, feeding grounds, and spawning areas. When those environments disappear, the knowledge becomes useless. The cod story is not about extinction, but transformation. It reveals how abundance creates complacency, how slow decline escapes notice, and how recovery requires humility. Cod remind us that the ocean is not limitless, and that survival depends not only on adaptation, but restraint. In cold northern waters, where light fades and currents move endlessly, cod still swim. Fewer now, quieter, but present. Their existence carries a warning written not in sound, but absence.